What is it, everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Michael Canelo, back at you again with another video. And today we're talking NFC Championship, UFC 257, AFC Championship game, the new Big Three in Brooklyn, and the Los Angeles Lakers, baby. Let's get started. First and foremost, I want to say rest in peace to the late, great Hank Aaron that just passed away last night. Um, he was the home run king for the Atlanta Braves, what used to be the Milwaukee Braves, and he was just a great player. Of course, I wasn't born during his time, but I seen a lot of highlights and everything, and this man was just something special. So, yeah, I want to say rest in peace to him, and my condolences go out to his family and his kids and his wife and his grandkids and everyone of his family and friends. To me, he's still the home run king because, of course, Barry Bonds passed him, but the steroids era. So, but to me, he's still the home run king with 755 dingers, and he's one of the most influential sports figures for the black community, and he's the one that set paths for many people to be great in sports. So, rest in peace, home run king. So let's talk about the Brooklyn Nets. They got the Big Three, as you know, and the first game together came a couple nights ago against the Cavs. And man, they look great on offense, but that defense, man, they gotta put some work into it. When the trade went down, it was a great trade because, of course, you'll trade anybody to get a player like James Harden back in the package because he's a great player. He's a great scorer. Probably will go down when his career is over as one of the greatest scorers of all time. And my concern for them is defense because they traded away a big piece of the defense in Jared Allen, that rim protector. And he could also score a little bit on the offense, but mainly defense. They traded away that big piece. And also, they didn't really get back anybody on defense. Well, they just got back Harden, of course, which he could guard the perimeter pretty good, but they need a rim protector. And to me, that's the biggest concern going forward for them. But, man, that Big Three is going to be something nice to watch. And I'm hopeful they get a piece before the trade deadline in March. And I'd like to see them in the finals, of course, against my Lakers, which we'll get to in a little bit. Yeah, that Big Three is going to be something nice. They could score offensively, but the question is, it's going to become on the defensive side. And also, who's going to sacrifice minutes, shots? It's either going to be one of the three, Kyrie, Harden, or KD, But they brought up an interesting thing that they should let Kyrie play the first 6 to 8 minutes of the game and sit him down, and then let him come back to start the second quarter with the second unit, because all three guys, no, they don't all need the ball, but for sure Harden and Kyrie love to have the ball in their hands. So that's just a suggestion. I think it'll work out eventually because they have a great coaching staff, along with Mike D'Antoni. He knows Harden a lot and will teach Steve Nash how to use him because that was his old coach in Houston. So that's probably one of the big reasons why they brought him in as well, because they have someone like D'Antoni that knows James Harden's game. But I think they'll all sacrifice something and will want to get it to the championship and eventually win it. But a lot has been said about Kyrie, why he was missing for so long. But man, the media gives him a lot of scrutiny that I don't think he deserves. Man, he's just a human, man. He needed his time away from the game. Like he said, it probably got a little bit overwhelming for him, and he just had to step away, man. He had no problem with that. Probably a little bit more on the private side that he didn't want to discuss with the organization, and I get that a lot. But the media doesn't. The media thinks he's gone for a while, and he's just doing it for I don't know what. They don't have no reason, but man, this man has done a lot for other people in his community and around the sports world and around the world. He's a big influence too. He wants to be there for the Black Lives Matter movement as well. So the media needs to stop with this Kyrie scrutiny, and he's a great ball player, and we love to see him on the court with that other duo of Durant and Harden. So we got him back, and we pray nothing for the best for them, and hope they get rolling, man. So last night, the Bucks. Now we're gonna take it to the Lakers and Bucks last night. It was a great game, man. LeBron played tremendously. He played good. I mean, he played good, man. Sorry about that. He played good, and also Caldwell Pope. He's been shooting lights out. I believe it's 53% from the 3-point line. LeBron hit season high. He went 6 for 10 from the 3-point line as well. And man, this Lakers team is still getting the reps in. You can see, you know, who gets the ball at the end, especially in the fourth. Are they gonna let the duo AD and LeBron cook, or they're gonna, you know, put the ball in shooters' hands, or Harold too, which they're two good they could be all-star caliber players, but two good pick and roll players, you know, that complement each other, and that's how they were scoring yesterday in the fourth quarter, man. So I don't mind that. If something ain't broken, why fix it? Go back to it. The defense ain't adjusting, so why not, man? But the concern for me right now is, I think the more playing reps and just getting more togetherness, you know, and also AD struggling right now. So as you guys know, I think this is his 5th straight game without scoring 20 points at least. He did say that he's trying to get his teammates involved, which I could see that, but man, we gotta get AD the ball and let him cook, man. Let him get out of his funk. But we do see a lot of double teams, even though he's struggling. But he does find passing lanes to get to his teammates for open shots, and hopefully he gets out of his funk. But the scary part is that the Lakers are still playing good, and this guy Anthony Davis is not playing at his best. So that's the scary part, man. But eventually he'll come around, I believe so, and he'll help this team tremendously because he's the 1-2 punch, you know. And especially defensively, he still does his thing, you know. Sometimes we don't see it as that way because we want to see pure offense, but he's stuffing the stat sheets as well on defense, man. And hopefully he comes out of his funk. And the Lakers now are 8-0 on the road, and they'll be playing tomorrow night against the Bulls. So we look to go 9-0. And I just want to keep rolling, man. And hopefully we stay undefeated on the road. And big main event coming to you tomorrow night, UFC 257, Dustin Poirier versus Conor McGregor. Man, I think it's going to be a good one, this fight. I'm not the biggest Conor McGregor fan, but he does show up most of the time and gets the job done. But I'm still picking Dustin Poirier to win this. I believe it won't be knockout, but I believe it will be a unanimous decision by leaning towards Dustin Poirier's way. I'm not the biggest, like I said, Conor McGregor fan, but he looks in shape. He looks tremendous, and they both look tremendous, honestly. They both made weight this morning, and I just look for a good main event, and they look like they're going to put a good one on. But the thing is, for me, there's been a lot of talking going on, well, from Conor McGregor's side, that if he was in his best shape, his best self when he fought against Khabib the first time, and he's been talking a lot of trash about Khabib and how he's running away from McGregor and how he's running away from the fight against him, but I don't see it that way. That's how Conor McGregor is, running his mouth, you know, as always. But that's the only reason I think Dustin Poirier could pull it off, because McGregor is looking forward. But I'm kind of hoping McGregor does win, just for he could get his ass kicked by Khabib again for the second time, and I would love to see that, just for the standpoint of shutting up McGregor. But I think this fight's gonna be a great one. You know, McGregor, they both look tremendous in shape, and I got Poirier tomorrow night. But if McGregor wins, I think it will happen, him versus Khabib part 2, and we'll see what goes on. And now for probably everyone's gonna be watching this on Sunday. Big matchups on Sunday. the AFC and NFC championship games. First between the AFC championships, that will be the second game though. But the AFC championship between the Chiefs and the Bills. This just the sources have just confirmed that Patrick Mahomes will be playing on Sunday as I expected. But he is nursing a toe injury, which was a bigger concern for me than the concussion because he I think he got choked out more than he got hit because it looked like when the defender wrapped his arm around his neck, and he didn't intentionally pull it back, but he just finished the tackle, and I think he got choked out. That's what it was. Mahomes said that he felt good even after the play, even minutes after the play, and the next day he didn't feel no symptoms. So that's always a good note for him. But that toe injury, I guess, has been bothering him for some time, and toe injuries, I know they're no joke. Whether it be like a turf toe or something, it's just bothering. But I don't think it will affect them from winning the game because I eventually think the Chiefs will win, even though I freaking hate them because they're in our division. But gotta report the truth, man. So I believe the Chiefs will still win. You probably won't see that much running from Mahomes, but I think the Bills, they'll send some pressure, but they'll realize Mahomes still has his arm, he still has his weapons, and he still has his people like Kelsey, Hill, and even though if they try to double team, he has on Akil Harmon, he has Sammy Watkins and those boys, and he always finds someone open. And the reason I picked them as well is because the Bills don't seem like they like running the ball as much as they should be. They also look for the home run plays, like even the home run plays, even though they're not like every play, but every other play, they never take what the defense gives them, and they're a great team. They're a great team, but I still believe Mahomes and that offense has the power to score with the best, and the Bills do too. But the Chiefs just, I think, they overwhelm them. More experience. Andy Reid got the advantage. He's been here before. They've been here before, and I got the Chiefs actually winning by 2 touchdowns, 38-24, and they'll be in the Super Bowl. And for the best game this weekend is the NFC Championship game between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Green Bay Packers. I got a lot of homies coming in, friends and stuff, saying who you think's gonna win this one, and I actually got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beating the Green Bay Packers. Even though I'm not the Brady guy, I'm not the Brady fan, and shout out to James. He got mad at me for saying that the Saints were gonna lose last week, but I told him all along, man, that's his team, and I just told him straight up they're gonna lose. It's hard to be a team 3 times in a row, and the Buccaneers came on top. But I just heard from sources that Antonio Brown will not be playing this Sunday. He's been nursing a knee injury since after the games last week against the Saints. To me, that's a big loss, honestly, for Tom Brady because I believe the last 4 regular season games and the first postseason game, he was targeted, I think, the most out of the receiving core and the tight end core with between 35 and 45 targets. So I believe that's his not his best receiver, but that's the one he's most comfortable throwing it to at most. That's a lot of targets, especially when you have guys like Mike Evans, Godwin, Gronk, and Brady. All those boys. But I believe they'll win because this Packers defense, I don't think they'll hold up against Brady. The only thing I'll say that has the Packers winning is that weather in Green Bay. It's gonna be chilly. I believe it's gonna be in the low to mid 20s. They're saying snow, but like that flaky snow we seen last week against the Rams. But the wind's not gonna be a huge factor. They predict 5 to 8 miles per hour wind, so that's not gonna be an issue. And I also picked the Bucks because the Aaron Rodgers just hasn't performed well in the NFC Championship games. In the past, I believe he's 1-3. Last year he didn't perform well, but that Niners defense was something special last year. But I just picked the Bucks. I believe they have the best team right now in football. I'm hoping I'm wrong because I really want to see a shootout in the Super Bowl between Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes, but my gut's telling me Buccaneers, so I have the Bucks winning by 7, 31-24, and in the Super Bowl will be the Chiefs versus the Buccaneers, and the Buccaneers will be the first team in NFL history to host a Super Bowl at their home stadium. It's never been done before, but this will be the first time, and yeah, they'll get the Patriots fans a little bit more mad because Brady is winning over here in Tampa Bay without Belichick, and it's gonna be a great weekend in sports. You already know. I got the Super Bowl, Chiefs, Bucks. So tune into that. There's gonna be a lot of special games going on. You got UFC Saturday. You got the Lakers playing Saturday, as well as many other teams. But Sunday's the games. Two great games: Chiefs, Bills, and Bucks, Green Bay. So make sure you watch that. Don't turn off the TVs, You heard it here first. And if you guys want to come at me about my picks and predictions, let me know. Always welcome to like, comment, subscribe, and make sure you leave some suggestions in the comments or even in my DMs, hit me up, tell me what you want to hear or what you don't want to hear. But this is my show, so I could say whatever I want. So that's mainly for my friends out there that always give me criticism on my picks and everything. But hey, man. Who better to do it than me, how they say. All right, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully I keep dropping these videos, and don't forget to let me know what you want to hear, what you want to see about. And shout out to Fresno State women's basketball, the Twins doing it big last night against Boise State. They got a little bit of revenge from that Mountain West championship, no, the championship or semifinal game last year. So shout out to them, Haley and Hannah. They're balling right now. They're balling. What can I say? So thank you again, and don't forget, like, subscribe, and comment as always. Thank you.